Hi, and welcome back to Small Caps. I'm your host, Jess Furtick, and today it is my absolute pleasure to welcome the CEO of NoviqTech, Mr. Freddy El Turk, to the show. The company is
Thank you.
on the ASX with the ticker code NVQ. Hi, Freddy. Welcome to the show.
Cheers, thanks for having me.
Now, Freddie, lots of exciting news. The company's share price has, gone up over almost 300% just in the last week. So we have a lot of exciting things to talk about. But before we get into some of the details, I thought it might be a good idea for you to just give our small caps audience who aren't familiar with the company just a brief overview of NoviqTech and your platform.
Of course, of course. Well, at NoviqTech, we're all about blending blockchain, AI, and sustainability to create meaningful solutions. Our platform, Carbon Central, empowers businesses by providing tools for ESG compliance, carbon reporting, traceability, to name a few. What sets us apart is the use of blockchain for transparency and tokenization, of course, combined with AI-driven analytics to predict and measure outcomes. We are really focused on industries like energy, manufacturing, supply chain management, helping them sort of making measurable, sustainable impacts.
Wonderful. Thank you, Freddie. Now, there's a lot to unpack over there. I thought we might,
Cheers.
I thought we might start off the conversation just on the corporate side. So
Yeah.
I understand that the company is looking to potentially dual list in the US. So what are the primary benefits do you anticipate of doing an OTC listing in addition to your ASX listing? And how will this impact the company's overall business strategy?
Well, listing on the OTC markets is a big step for us because it boosts our visibility and credibility. Especially in the US, it's a hub for blockchain and sustainable investment. It opens the door to a wider investor base, increase liquidity for our stakeholders, and give us strength in our global presence. This is extremely important for us. From the strategic perspective, it aligns perfectly with our goal of scaling into key markets and building investor confidence to drive our growth forward.
Okay, brilliant. And assuming, in the US market, obviously there's more scale, it's a larger population, but assuming they understand, that it's a more sophisticated market in terms of blockchain technology and that sort of thing. So that makes sense from a strategic perspective.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our mission is really clear, and we're into climate change. We're trying to help the environment, but integrating an advanced tech and utilizing the latest technologies that's been endorsed by the industry. As you can see, blockchain technology has gone crazy, cryptocurrency is booming. So we're really placed in a very good time, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, absolutely. And combined with the whole, climate push as well. So having that sustainability piece there as well is really interesting.
Definitely.
So now the company's just raised, over $1 million. Can you give us sort of an understanding of who are your investors? Who's come in now?
Sure. Well, our recent funding round was backed by an incredible group of investors who aligned with our vision. This is very important for me and our sustainable innovation. Notably, we have the support of Tony G, which the whole market knows who he is. He's a prominent entrepreneur and advocate for blockchain technology and innovation. And he's a great individual. And having him involved in NoviqTech is a huge green tick for us as a CEO and as a team, that we're on the right track. We're building a unicorn of a platform, and our strategy is just to move to the future. And having his endorsement is enormous for us. As well as, notably, we have Lee Travers. He used to be the former Binance Australia CEO and Digital X. Lee is a friend of mine. I've known him for many years. Same thing, he's an advocate for blockchain, and his green tick as well to the business is extremely important for us. Their involvement really underscores the confidence in NoviqTech ability to sort of, if I can say, revolutionize the intersection of technology and sustainability.
Yeah, wonderful. It's a massive validation.
Yes,
You get heavyweights like that coming in from blockchain and tech industries,
absolutely.
and validating, endorsing your platform. That's really exciting.
Certainly.
Congratulations. So now, how will those
Yes.
funds be used to sort of drive? You spoke about innovation and growth
Yeah.
in business.
Certainly. Well, the funds are earmarked for enhancing our platform. This is very important, particularly our tokenization and AI-powered Azure reporting. We're also focusing on expanding into new markets. That's imminent. Building strategic partnerships and advancing our R&D efforts as well, so we can stay ahead of the regulatory trends. It's a ever-changing market, so we need to make sure that we're always ahead, etc. It's really all about driving both innovation and reach, and start to educate the market about who we are and what we do and what's our mission for the future.
So just on that, Freddie, so how does NoviqTech, or how do you envision NoviqTech's sort of role in shaping the blockchain technology, and also, you know, particularly on the sustainability and the carbon credit side? Yeah,
Sure.
how is NoviqTech going to shape that?
Well, we see ourselves really as a leader in using blockchain to tackle sustainability challenges. That's our vision. This is what's written on the door when we enter office. Our vision is to make carbon credit market and ESG compliance transparent, accessible, and accountable. And that's, of course, with the help of blockchain technology. And by tokenizing carbon credits and sustainability metrics, we're creating really an ecosystem of where businesses can not only track their progress, but also trade and monetize their efforts. So we're delivering really impact and value to the market. And yeah, this is how we see ourselves in the future. And the only way is up. There are things that is available in the public domain that everyone can tap into and understand. But in 2025, we have very exciting news coming, a lot of initiatives that's going to change not only how we do business, we will complement our current offering, and then we'll be able to enter new markets.
This is so interesting and so huge, particularly as companies, you know, there's such a huge push for ESG reporting and companies actually showing what they're doing. So
Absolutely.
you mentioned tokenization. Can you explain to our audience what is that, and what is your tokenization strategy and the benefits of it?
Of course, of course. Our tokenization strategy really focuses on turning real-world sustainable assets into carbon credits or verifiable ESG actions. This is important, into digital ones. Blockchain technology ensures these assets are secure, transparent, and easy to trade. So that's straightforward in a nutshell. This approach will streamline the process and sort of boost accountability and opens up new revenue streams for businesses, and while driving, of course, meaningful, sustainable outcomes. But tokenization is just allowing the market to trust and believe, or whatever that asset is, that's been transformed into a token or a non-fungible token, or whatever it is verifiable, fraud-proof, irrevocable, and you can trust it. And it's there to stay. It's recorded on the ledger that will never be changed or revoked. So tokenization is extremely important to us. There's a lot of opportunities with tokenization, which will happen next year with NoviqTech. I can't talk about it yet, but there's an exciting space we're entering, and really, it's going to be a very interesting journey. But track and tracing, tokenization is the future. Cryptocurrency, digital money is the future. So I won't say more, but I think 2025 is going to be an extremely exciting year for us.
So interesting. Thank you, Freddie. And now I know since cryptocurrency became, a topic of discussion years ago, there was a lot of sort of talk around how do we regulate this? So, you know, you mentioned regulations and navigating regulations before. Can you tell us a little bit more about this? So what are the key regulatory challenges and opportunities that you see, navigating blockchain and cryptocurrency? And how is NoviqTech, particularly, how is it positioned to navigate those challenges and opportunities?
Sure. The regulations are evolving quickly, especially around blockchain, carbon markets, which can be really challenging. You can see in the US, since in the election and Trump administration were entering into the market, the whole world exploded when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency. There's more clarity. There's a lot of changes in the SEC in America. So it's shook up the whole market. If you look at the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., you realize that we're at the start of something very exciting. But we also see them as a sort of opportunity for us to stand out as a trusted, compliant platform. So we're proactively engaging with regulators and aligning with international standards. This is very important for us, ensuring our solutions not only meet but exceed requirement while staying innovative, because it's challenging when you try to combine regulation and innovation. It sounds like similar, but there's a lot of hard work that happens in between. You need to keep innovating. You need to keep pushing yourself over the limit. At the same time, you need to keep your head, okay, I have to be compliant, etc. So we find it as an opportunity for us. We're very excited about it. And yes, exciting time. As probably I've said it about 5 times now.
Well, it's no surprise given how well the company's done, particularly on the share.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
So we know that the company is looking at a potential dual listing, ASX and also an OTC listing. What are your plans for expanding into new markets and regions?
Sure. Well, we're focusing on regions where strong potential for blockchain and sustainability adoption exists, really. Like, for example, North America, Europe, and part of Asia. Our approach really is building partnerships with local stakeholders. This is very important. Adapting to regional regulations. That's extremely important as well. And tailoring our offering to fit specific industries, and collaborating with global organizations as well is another key part. But the most important thing about Carbon Central, and this is something I'm extremely proud of, from when we started working on that piece of technology, we decided that it has to be agnostic. It has to be adaptable to any region, to any legislation, to any policy. And we've done a fantastic job. And we got the praise of Google. We're out of 40 companies, we're partnered with Google Cloud Sustainability. And we've gained customers. We have PowerSync in America, we have GRR in Darwin, and many to come. And we've got the endorsement of entrepreneurs that are very well known in the market. So this decision has transformed NoviqTech offering, and being able to be adaptable and agnostic is going to open the doors wide for us. So this is basically our strategy, and hand in hand is the best way to conquer the world. So you can't clap with one hand, you have to have two.
So good. I love that, Freddy. Okay, well, I mean, you've touched on quite a few really good key highlights of the company. You've got some heavyweights coming in your last funding round. You've got amazing endorsement, not just from your shareholders, but also from your key customers that are coming in.
Absolutely.
Building a really robust, regulatory platform.
Certainly.
You're in the right place, the right time in terms of, focusing on sustainability and also, blockchain, which is growing, and crypto. So
Certainly.
I don't want to steal your thunder. These are just sort of the key points that I've come up with, but I just want to know from you, what are your sort of 2 or 3 key takeaways that our audience can, why NoviqTech should be on their stock watch list?
Absolutely. As you can imagine, I get asked this question many times as a CEO of the company, and I always sum it up in really sort of 3 key reasons. I will say them and I will elaborate. So the main one is the strategic positioning of the company. The second one is the growth potential, and the third one, which is important, the vision approach. So I'll start with the strategic positioning. NoviqTech stand out as a forefront of blockchain, AI, and sustainability innovation. So we're uniquely positioned in the high growth market, like ESG compliance, carbon credits, traceability, and we're offering a scalable solution to address global challenges. We're not local, we're global. So it's a very important part. So our integration of AI-powered analytics, blockchain again, for transparency, creates really unparalleled value for the business. So that's from the strategic positioning. From the growth potential, we've just raised over $1 million in fresh capital. We're primed for expansion. That's all I can say. The upcoming dual listing will amplify our market presence. Of course, it will attract wider investor base, and it will definitely enhance liquidity. So, backed by tech leaders and industry leaders, and we really have a strategic support and expertise that will push us to the future. So, in my point, the growth is imminent, and it doesn't take a genius to realize that in a very short period of time, we started from nothing, and now we're the talk of town. And finally, the visionary approach. NoviqTech really combines cutting-edge technology and with a deep commitment to sustainability, which is a very sensitive subject globally. And the important part, our tokenization strategy, not only modernize carbon credits and reporting, but it will introduce a really innovative way to create revenue model opportunities for us and for our partners. So by creating that kind of ecosystem of transparent and accessible ESG compliance, we really deliver immeasurable impact, and it's a big value for businesses and investors alike. So that's how I can sum up my 3 takeaways. I think it makes a lot of sense to explain where we're at, where we are, and if you use those 3 takeaways, you realize that NoviqTech is going to become a unicorn.
That is so good, Freddy. Honestly, and
yes, thank you.
Another key takeaway I'll say just from listening to you is just your passion is evident, your excitement is evident.
Thank you. Cheers.
It almost makes me want to be a part of the journey, just listening to you talk.
Oh, bless you.
And having seen, just the success on your share price, particularly in the last week, is congratulations. As I said to you offline, you've got to celebrate the milestones when they come. Just congratulations. Really looking forward to watching what NoviqTech does in the next couple of months, particularly into next year. As you mentioned, lots of exciting stuff coming up. And having you back on the show very soon. Thank you so much for joining us.